Well, it's about time. Violet Tendancy. Haven't done it this season at all. So, you know, with everything else I've been riding and the improvements I've made in my riding ability, I mean, Violet Tendency is also just a fun trail. So I definitely want to see, you know, if I maybe get my fastest time. I don't even remember if there's a segment for it, but definitely want to see what I can do. Yeah, that's it. Helmet cam, Violet Tendency. Here we go. So, I'm having a good day. Just finished Violet Tendancy a bit ago, and decided to keep trucking and see if the island was accessible. I guess the island is always accessible, but you can't always get off it. So, shout out to the people that have been building a bridge here. Most times there's just like one log and that was it. But people have brought some other things into the picture here, and it's good. It's great. I really appreciate that, because I hate getting all this way just to turn around and go back because you can't cross. Violet Tendancy was so fun to ride. Like, so fun. I haven't ridden it for a year, and now that my skills are, you know, in a better place, and I have better riding ability than I did a year ago, I was like, wow, like, this was not as bad as I thought it was. Like, that trail used to be like, man, this is the gnarliest trail I've ever been on. It's on like cliff's edge and stuff. And now I'm like, this is wider than I remember. I can flow with it better. I'm really looking forward to doing it again sometime soon with the chest cam. Let's talk about Violet Tendancy real quick. So, if you haven't watched the other videos before, I mean, I don't really think I mentioned a lot of them before because they weren't done for the purpose of like, hey, this is going to go on Trail Forks and the people don't know anything about this trail, here's some information about it. So now that that's what I'm doing, here's some information about it. There are definitely some cliff's edge parts. It's not very loose. It's not like falling off and falling apart. Everything seems to be pretty stable. There's not a lot of climbs, which is good. So, I mean, for me, I was in 1.4 the whole time. That's just my preference. But in the past, I think I'd been riding it at 2.5 and 2.4, and that led to some difficulty when there was a little bit of a climb if I didn't have enough momentum. But obviously, it's whatever works for you. There is that one little bridge there. You know, there's like a tight switchback turn before that little bridge when you're kind of still descending there. Like, well, I mean, all of it's a descent, but yeah, I don't know. There's some nice areas to flow, but you have to keep in mind, for a lot of it, it's a nasty fall if you fall. Today, I just had no fear of falling. Like, I don't know. Hadn't done it for a year, but there was just no fear of falling this time. And I was just flowing with it pretty nice. But I was still a little cautious because I was like, I don't remember everything about this trail. I didn't like rewatch a video before I went or anything. It was a lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. And yeah, towards the end, it was the first time that I can remember. I'm sure there's been a time or two before that, but like really close to the very end, you kind of go up a little bit and you're really on cliff's edge and it's kind of tight. And in the past there, I had to slow down and dab on the left side, and I didn't have to today. So that was nice. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what other features there are or dangers. But like I said, it's pretty stable. It's not like a whole bunch of loose and falling apart off the edges. There's that one bridge, but it's like really straightforward, very well built, maintained. Well, maybe not maintained, but it's good. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. It's a really solid blue trail. Definitely not an easy blue. It's not super difficult to ride. That's one of the things I think you can take it slow as a beginning rider if you're not too... The thing is being nervous about being on the edge like that. If you're super nervous and anxious and whatever and you panic, then you're going to make a mistake. So, but I think it's something that you can generally take slow because it is a little bit of a wider path than I remember. But, you know, it was intimidating for me the first, I don't know how many times I did it too. So, anyway, Violet Tendancy, you know, at this point for me, super fun. Beforehand, it was fun, but it was more of like, I made it without dying, yay. And this time it was like, that was a really fun trail. Anyway, with that, we will see you on another time for another raw ride.